Hi everyone. First off, I want to say I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. I'm not going to talk too much about the pandemic situation because I know that at least when I go to YouTube and other things, I'm trying to get away from all the news and everything. So I just want to say that I do hope that you're all safe and healthy and not going too crazy, not too panicked. Um, I am safe and healthy. I am a little nervous because I'm considered essential and my job is lab based. I don't know if I've mentioned before that I'm a forensic scientist or not, but it's largely lab based, so I'm still working out of the home about 3 days a week, and that's a little bit nerve wracking with everything that's going on out there. I kind of just want to curl up at home and hide too, but we do what we can. So thank you guys for giving me an excuse to put makeup on because working the night shift in a lab, I've been um, just kind of slumming it with my clothing choices lately. So thank you for giving me a reason to get a little bit uh, outdoor presentable. Anyway, I wanted to say hi and thank you to all my new subscribers. I've noticed there are a few of you. Unfortunately, for some reason, my YouTube notifications don't seem to be working right. I see my subscriber count going up, but I'm not getting notification when you subscribe. So if you also have a Flosstube channel and you would like a subscription back, I would love to do that, except I don't know who you are. So please just drop a hello in the comments and I will come check out your page and give you a subscribe back. Uh, any of you, feel free to drop a hello in the comments. It makes me feel better to know that people are out there actually watching this. So anyway, this week is just going to be a quick WIP update. I do have one finish that I'm super excited about and super relieved about. So that'll be tacked on to the end. I did record a little video snippet with it before I sent it out to the recipient. But I got it done in time for her birthday. Yay! So too bad it was a Christmas gift. Anyway, it's done and you'll see a little snippet of it at the end. So I said I wasn't going to talk anymore about pandemic stuff, but I kind of have to. Because I'm not getting as much stitching done. And I've seen this mentioned in a couple of my Facebook groups. It seems like a lot of people are doing that. It's just the stress. It's just the uncertainty. Sometimes it takes us away from the things that we love. Especially, I do deal with a little bit of depression. Well, a lot, but under medication, it's usually controllable. But in a situation like this, it kind of peeks through, and I tend to stop doing things that I enjoy doing. But I'm getting back on track, and so I do have some things to show you this week for my works in progress. So here we go. The first one I've picked up is it's also a Christmas gift. I'm aiming to have it done by next Christmas. I don't know. It's my first full coverage piece, so even though it wasn't too big, I really bit off more than I could chew, choosing 14 items for Christmas, one of which was full coverage. And then I kind of ended up pushing it off because I had so many other things I could work on. But here it is. I think you can tell what it is from the amount that I've gotten done so far. It is, if you've ever seen the cartoon with the dog in the burning room that says, "This is fine," that's what it is. It's a gift for the supervisor for one of my work teams at work, because whenever anything goes wrong with this particular project we're working on, we all just go, "It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine." So I figured that was absolutely perfect for him because he's a good friend in addition to being one of my supervisors. So there's that one, and I've made a little bit of progress on it, and I'm hoping to buckle down and work on it and actually get it done. The next one, I finally have something I'm caught up on, which is I'm not that used to. Climbing Goat's Design Wonder of Space Stitch Along. I finished March before April came out. Isn't this awesome? I just think this is gorgeous. The Pillars of Creation, it was a pain in the butt to stitch because there's so much little confetti in there, which you can probably even tell just by looking at it. But it's gorgeous. So we've got the Pillars of Creation, we've got the Ring Nebula, and we have Pluto complete with its little heart there. And I think that this one is just gorgeous, and April comes out on April 15th, and I can't wait to see it. And of course, I can't have a WIP update without updating you on the temperature stitch along, so here you go. You can see we're starting to get into a lot nicer weather. We're getting a lot more yellows in here. This day, actually, with how bright it is, that was 73 degrees for the high. So I'm finally getting into some of the bright yellows, sticking in the greens. You can see we've had a little bit of a cold snap. There's still some blues in there. But you can see that we're definitely trending towards more yellows than blues. It's spring finally. It's starting to get warm. And I'm hoping to get some more sun in too because it's so cloudy. It's always cloudy. It's always raining. But it's spring, and that means that we'll have very beautiful flowers in a few months. So that's a temperature stitch along. I'm going to be sad to see the little squares go. They were fun and easy to stitch, and I like the way that they turned out. Okay. One of my big complaints about this, and I just, looking at it, I noticed it. If you look over here, it looks like there's something missing. And there's not. It is the fact that the color that I chose for Rain, although it says it's royal blue, it looks more like a navy when you get it against the black, and you literally cannot tell the difference. So, I'm sorry, that just caught me for a second, and I had to check it out. But it is actually completed. There's blue etoile in there. It shows up a little bit better in person, but... So anyway, that's the temperature stitch along. It is current through Monday, March 30th. And I think it's pretty, and I can't wait to see how it continues to go. So those are my cross stitch works in progress. This week I'm planning to work a little bit more on This Is Fine. Just because I've been kind of down in the dumps, I'm considering treating myself to starting a new project. Although I have plenty that I could still work on. So I don't know. Maybe I will just maybe I'll just switch up the works a little bit to try to keep myself entertained. But I'm kind of in a slump, so I need to do something to snap out of it. Now, I have one other WIP that I'm going to show you, and it is, for the first time, not a cross-stitch project. In addition to working the night shift, one of the other things they've done to distance us is I work at home 1 day a week. I work an alternate work schedule, so that actually means I'm in the lab 3 days a week, and then I'm at home 2 days a week because 1 day I'm working at home and 1 day is a normal day off because I work 4/10s. So to minimize our presence in the lab, they're trying to have everyone out of the lab at least 2 days during the work week. So when I'm at home, there's not a lot I can do work-wise, so I'm doing a lot of training online, and I'm watching a lot of webinars. And they're really science-heavy, and sometimes I find it hard to focus. I know even when I was in law school, I needed to leave the house to be able to really focus. When I'm in the house, there's too many other things that are vying for my attention. One of whom is actually not here for a change. Lexi is actually somewhere else. I think maybe she's sick of me. I've been home for 4 days in a row. So, no, 5 days in a row. She's probably sick of me. But anyway, there are things that distract me, and so it's hard for me to pay attention, but I found that if I keep my hands busy, that will help. And so one of the things that I did was I started a knitting project. I'm working on a scarf. I am regretting my yarn choice because it's a very thin, soft yarn, which means that it's not very wide, and it just doesn't feel like there's a lot of substance to it. I'm not sure how warm it's going to be. But the yarn is really pretty and it's really soft, so it'll be comfortable to wear, at least. So I've got about 18 inches of it done. And I don't know how well you can see that. One thing that you can see is that I really need to practice my knitting a little bit more. My stitches are incredibly loose and uneven. But it's been a long time since I knitted, so I am relearning it as I go. And so this is my first project. The yarn is Heartland. It's called Isle Royale, so it kind of reminds me a little bit of home because that is a location in Michigan. And I guess that's all I really have to say about that. So I've started knitting again. This is part of a scarf, hat, and fingerless glove set. So we'll see how I do, because I say I knit, but honestly, I did it in 4-H for 1 year when I was like 8. And I made a pair of slippers, and then I think when I was in college I made a blanket. So I really don't have a lot of experience with knitting, as you can see from how sloppy my work is. So I'm relearning. Scarves should be fairly straightforward. Hats shouldn't be horrible. Fingerless gloves could be interesting. So we'll see. It'll be an adventure. It'll be fun. Maybe I can film a little bit of me trying to learn how to shape things with one of my Learn by Doings. And that's one quick thing I wanted to touch on. Obviously, the people that I was going to ask to help me learn to do things that I was planning to tape, I can't be within 6 feet of. A lot of the things that I kind of wanted to do on my own, I don't have the stuff in-house. It's either up at my dad's house 6 hours away, or I haven't ordered it yet, and so actual getting things is questionable at this point. So I don't know how long it'll be until I have a video that's not just a WIP update. But I'll try to come up with something, and if you have suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear them. In the meantime, I will try to keep my WIP updates interesting and actually make some progress so that you can see what's going on. So that's an aside. It is what it is. We're all doing what we can. And the important part is staying safe. So if things have to wait, they have to wait. Media update. I actually haven't been watching a lot of media. I am continuing on with the Vampire Knitting Club series. I just finished the second book, Stitches and Witches. The third book, Crochet in Cauldrons, is on my phone right now. I'll probably listen to it a little bit tonight at work. They're just little puff pieces. They're kind of adorable. I'm really enjoying them, especially the actress they have reading does a great job with the various accents. She's done Irish, Scottish, English, American, and I'm just really enjoying listening to them, even though they're kind of like a little bit of a cotton candy piece. They're a cozy mystery, I think is what the term is. But anyway, if you're into that sort of thing, I highly recommend checking them out. It's the Vampire Knitting Club series by Nancy Warren. I'm also still working my way through Eric Larson's The Splendid and the Vile. Like all of his books, very good. I am reading Bad Blood by John Carreyrou, which is about the Theranos debacle, I guess. I'm about 3/4 of the way done with that one. Also very interesting, a little scary how easily things like this can happen and you can just defraud people of billions of dollars, but just by making a claim that you can't even back up and have no evidence of whatsoever. It's really interesting to study human nature sometimes. So that's also a really good read. After that, I'm going to be a little bit stuck because the library's closed. The library's closed indefinitely. I do have a stack of books downstairs. I'll have to go see what's in it. Maybe there's something interesting. Television-wise, since I was stitching a lot on Bad Words Tree, which requires a lot of focus, I was just watching a lot of stuff in the background that I'm rewatching Fairy Tale, I'm rewatching Forensic Files. Watching isn't really the word for any of those. I'm listening to it in the background while I'm focusing on counting. I did watch the Tiger King documentary on Netflix. Again, human behavior is fascinating to watch. I had already heard the podcast about it, so I kind of knew what was going to happen, but it was still as different seeing it as opposed to just listening to it. So I did watch that, like I think just about everybody else. Other than that, I haven't been doing a lot. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I actually started a new farm just for fun, I guess. Just to see how far I could get before this was over. So, like I said, that's what I do when I'm stressed, is I play something that I don't have to think about really hard. So I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire. I've been playing a lot of Gardenscapes on my phone. But I'm going to get back to work. And I'm going to get some stuff done so that I have something to show you. And that's all I really have this week. It's just a quick update. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Shout out and say hi if you want to. Let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, likes, comments, subscribes. Remind me that people are actually out there watching this, and that I started this just to do it for myself, and now I actually have people watching it, and so I guess I'm not just doing it for myself anymore. So hi, thank you, and I hope to talk to you all with my next video in 2 weeks. Bye. Hi guys, I had to finish and I just wanted to show it off to you. It will be on its way to its new recipient before I do my next video, and I didn't want to forget about it. So yes, Bad Words Tree is finally done. Woohoo! And I don't have to worry about all of the counting errors that I've made on this one anymore. It turned out really cool. I like the way it looks. I hope the recipient will love it. I'm gonna go give it a quick wash and get it ready to be sent out